All right, Mr. Montgomery, good afternoon, sir.
Good morning.
Oh, no, it's afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
It's while your family is getting situated, would you introduce yourself, tell us your name and DOC number?
Michael Montgomery, 123634. 36, I'm sorry.
Say, what's the,
1274. 127436.
there you go, that's the one I got, okay. Mr. Montgomery, let me acknowledge the folks that you have there with you at Angola today. Speaking on your behalf will be your wife, Jennifer Montgomery, your daughter, Brittany Leday, and your brother, Edward Montgomery. Also present, John Leday, your son-in-law, your Uncle John Morrison, your sister, Ladasher Whitmire, brother-in-law, Joseph Whitmire, Betty Boudreau, your sister, Sandra Williams, your sister, and a sister-in-law, Tremisa Montgomery. Thank you all for being there in support today. We'll call on those we have identified as speakers shortly. First, Mr. Montgomery, let me just read some identifying information. Sir, you are seeking a commutation of your sentence. You were sentenced in the 15th Judicial District, that's Lafayette Parish, in October 1989 to a life sentence for second-degree murder. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Montgomery, tell us, before we hear from your family, we want your statement first. Tell us, how did you get into prison? What'd you do? And why do you think we ought to vote in your favor today?
First, I'd like to say that I'm very sorry and very remorse for my actions and the pain and suffering that I caused the Browns family. On September the 23rd of 1988, I shot Mr. Clifford Brown. And what led to the shooting of Mr. Brown is that Mr. Brown had punched me in the face. So since as I sit before this honorable board today, I am not the same person I was then of this incident of September the 23rd, 1988. I'm a better father, better man, and better person. I have made changes in my life through the programs, victim awareness, and my life is not based on me and what I want, but it's based on helping others. I'm a better person today, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And the vote, excuse me, and the vote from the honorable board today would be a vote for a changed man. Thank you.
All right, sir. Warden, what can you tell us about Mr. Montgomery?
Okay, he lives at Camp F, Dorm 4. He's a minimum age trustee. He's a dorm orderly. He's got 4 DB reports since he's been here. He's had thinking for a change, victim awareness, anger management, and 100 hours.
Thank you, sir. So could we hear from Miss Jennifer Montgomery?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Morning.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Montgomery, and I've been married to Michael for 2.5 years. And I noticed he has been a changed man. He has changed. He's very kind, very humble. And, he's ready to do things different and better for himself, for his family. He's a God-fearing man, kind, gentle. I mean, he's very respectful. He do a lot for everybody. So, I mean, I'm just asking everybody to forgive him, give him a second chance. Because God forgiven us all, and he knows that God and his family is on his side. And we just asking the honorable board to forgive him and give him another chance.
All right, thank you. Ms. Brittany Leday?
Hello. My name is Brittany Leday. I am Mike's daughter. When my dad was sentenced, I wasn't even 2 years old yet. And so my relationship started with my dad visiting him in the parish jail, which my grandma would make sure I had a relationship with my dad weekly. She was bringing me to see my dad. While visiting my dad, we would always take a lot of photos, for sure. We would play games and often color a lot because that's like one of my favorite hobbies. During the weekly visits, my dad would call home just to make sure everything was good. He would always check in. He would always ask how school has been for me and always encourage me to be on my best behavior and make sure I make good grades, which I did that through elementary all the way to college. I was an honor student. And to be rewarded, my dad would always have like crafts made for me, things like that, to reward me for my good behavior and my good grades. He was transferred here from the parish to Angola. I think I was like in fifth grade, and the visits didn't stop. My grandmother would always make sure I came visit my dad until she passed away. Then my dad's three sisters would make sure I still continue to have a relationship with my dad. Um, I know my dad is he's such despite the situation, he was always a great dad to me, and I know with him, if he were to be home, it would be a lot more different. It would be even better. I know my dad is very remorseful for what transpired years ago, and he asked for forgiveness, and I had the opportunity to meet the Brown family, one of the brothers, and I just said, on behalf of my dad, I apologize for what transpired. And Mr. Brown, he told me, he said, girl, he said, it wasn't supposed to happen like that night. He said, my family, we forgive you, Dad, and I'm here and I want to do whatever I can do to help him come home. And that was just like a weight lifted because I had never had contact with the family, didn't know the family or anything, just to know that they do forgive my dad and they want to see him come home. So I'm asking on behalf of the board that y'all can grant him clemency, that he can come home and be with his family. And I know he's gonna do great work in the community to help others not to make the same mistake that he did. And that's all. Thank you for your time.
Finally, Mr. Edward Montgomery.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. I hope you are all good, in good health and good spirits. I am speaking on the behalf of my brother, Michael Charles Montgomery, who has been incarcerated at the Louisiana State Prison for the past 27 years. He has been incarcerated for 37 years overall. Michael's journey with the prison system has been a lengthy one. And during his time behind bars, he had demonstrated significant personal growth and rehabilitation. He has actively participated in various education and vocational programs offered within the prison, which have not only enhanced his skills, but have also instilled in him a sense of responsibility and the desire to contribute positively to society upon its release. Furthermore, Michael has constantly exhibited good behavior throughout his incarceration. He has maintained a good disciplinary record, and his comment of self-improvement and his commitment, I should say, to self-improvement and his strong work ethic have made him a model inmate. He has also shown remorse for his past actions and a genuine desire to make amends. The prospect of his release after 37 years in prison is a deeply emotional moment for our family. We strongly believe that he has paid his debt to society and is deserving of a second chance to live as a law-abiding citizen. Mike is also a gentleman with the utmost respect of others. He also a great father that is still in his kid's life. He also recently got married to a wonderful, loving woman that did not hesitate to join him in matrimony. I realize that might seem hard to believe given the circumstances, but it's true nonetheless. I understand that the board, now I kindly ask that the board consider all these factors in evaluating Michael's fate for clemency, parole, or any other means of release that may be available. I understand that the board process involves a thorough review of any inmate's case, including their behavior, rehabilitation efforts, and potential risks of society. I believe that Michael Charles Montgomery is ready to be in society. Thank you for your consideration. I pray in the name of Jesus that you can find in your heart to give Michael a second chance to live as a law-abiding citizen. I appreciate your time and attention on this matter.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
You're
Edwards.
welcome. You're welcome.
All right, Mr. Michael Montgomery, your case was assigned to Mr. Prater. Would you answer his question?
Good afternoon, Mr. Montgomery. How are you?
Fine, sir. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. The way you tell the story, a fella punched you in the face, you pulled out a gun and shot him dead. But in reading the 250 pages or so of case, it appears that it was more to it than that. Do you start over with when you first saw him that evening and tell me what happened?
Okay. I was exiting a lounge at the same time that Mr. Brown was entering the lounge. And as I was leaving the lounge, Mr. Brown was coming into the lounge where he bumped into me. And then asked me whether or not if I had a problem. I then asked Mr. Brown if he had a problem. And as Mr. Brown continued to walk through, go inside the lounge, I kept my eyes on Mr. Brown. As I entered the door, I went outside. About 30 minutes after that, as I was leaving to go in the direction of my car, I noticed Mr. Brown in another mill standing in the same direction that I had to take to get to my car. And as I walked that way, Mr. Brown approached me again And that's where the punch came in at. That's why he punched me. As he punched me, I staggered a couple of steps and pulled my gun from my wayside and shot him one time. And I proceeded to my car and I went to my apartment for like 30 minutes. From the apartment, I went to my uncle's John Morrison house and shared with him what had just taken place with me. And under the grievance of him, he took me to turn myself in to the police,
Okay.
the Lafayette police.
Did your partner hit him with a big hickory stick?
Yes, he did.
Okay, that's the part I'm getting at. You just telling me bits and pieces of it, but y'all waited outside the lounge for 30 minutes, and your partner's got a hickory stick, and you got a gun, and when he comes out, y'all get into this confrontation, and you had a confrontation inside the lounge, and now let's go back a couple months before that. He had called the police because you and your brother were chasing him with a stick and a 2x4 at that time. Is that not correct?
Well, sir, months before then, it didn't really turn out as he reported it. But if that's in the report, it's something I can't argue. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
What I'm getting at, not to interrupt you, but what I'm getting at is there's accountability is big in what our board considers. And it sounds like it sounds like there's a lot more to the story than a simple punch and a shot. What? Okay, that's all I got.
Any other questions? Well, the mother of our victim, she's not here, but she did write a letter. And she said it was okay to share. I'm not going to share the whole thing, but I think you should hear a couple of paragraphs from it. And I would like to also mention, she fears that y'all must live in the same city or something like that. She doesn't want to be approached by family members or anything like that. No conversation. She doesn't want any of that. She says, I've endured the profound loss of my youngest son, whose life was stolen by senseless gun violence. The tragedy has devastated not only me, but my entire family. The pain of losing him has rippled through our lives. She's lost another son, and they struggled to cope with the grief. The path has since led to more loss as I have buried yet another son. The impact of the violence has scarred my family permanently. The trauma of gun violence is not confined to the moment of the crime. It lingers, reshaping lives, breaking families, and leaving wounds that never heal fully. I live with that pain every day. I live with the fear that Mr. Montgomery would invite further harm and risk to others. I implore you to recognize the gravity of the crime and the enduring harm that it has caused. I wanted you to hear a little bit of what she wrote. Now, it's not unusual. You may have, I'm sure, have no desire to bring any harm to the family. But I know for a fact that victims, they live with that if that person gets out, they are going to come and hurt them somehow. A rape victim, last thing they may have heard is, if you tell anybody, I'll kill you. So 20 years later, they hear this person's getting out and they're terrorized because they think that's going to come true. So, her fears are real for her. But I thought, her statement about gun violence and the lasting effects of it was very important.
Any other questions?
Yeah, well, Mr. Mike, after you bumped into after he bumped into you when you were coming out, you were leaving out and he bumped into you?
Yes, sir.
Did you and a friend go outside and wait on him?
No, actually, I was out there, just out there, standing up outside as it, normally do. Didn't think much of the incident, the bumping incident.
How did your friend end up with a stick and you guys were by a car and the guy approached you again? What was the friend doing with the stick?
Well,
Yeah, brother.
I I'm not here with no disrespect, sir. I'm not here to speak about my brother or whoever had the stick. I'm here for my actions and my actions only. You know, I'm the person that shot Mr. Brown. And it was to be that's what he died from, the wound of the gun. I'm here for that. I can't talk on this other guy.
Okay, what I was saying was, or what I'm saying, you and the other guy were out together, standing up. Is that correct?
When you ask me about the other guy, what guy are you speaking about? The one that's supposed to have what you saying, a bat or a stick or whatever the case is?
Yes. Who had the stick?
No, sir.
Who had
I
the
was
bat?
alone. I was alone.
Okay, I have no more questions.
All right, I don't see any other question. Mr. Montgomery, I think we're prepared to vote. Mr. Prater.
My vote is to deny this request because the victim opposition, the mother and the brother, both of the victim strongly opposed. The DA, the sheriff, and the chief of police are opposed, and the inconsistencies in the story remain, which makes me question the accountability that it's accepted as far as really what happened. And so, having said that, my vote is to deny this request.
Mr. Freeman.
Well, you sure put us in a bad situation. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna grant you got hardly no write-ups, you got great classes. This is the only charge on your rap sheet. But this dedication to your brother's killing you. You're not telling us the truth. I mean, y'all had a fight at basketball court that ended up with weapons. I mean, that's all we wanted to know is the truth, but you keep trying to, you're trying to take the rap for your brother, I guess. I don't know why. He's out, he's done. But I got to agree with Mr. Prater. I have to deny. That's just way too many inconsistencies.
Mr. Tillis.
My vote also is to deny. I concur with Mr. Prater.
Ms. Davis.
My vote is to deny. I concur with Mr. Prater. Adamant victim opposition, law enforcement opposition, the vagueness of your answers.
Mr. Montgomery, you received 4 votes to deny your application. So today your application's been denied. So good luck to you.
All right, thank you.